My day to day is I've got this family in my house with my wife, Robin, and we have a day to day.
It started quietly, as most storms do. One filing, one subpoena, and a name that dropped jaws, Gabriel Brown. The Brown kids had been largely silent for years, guest starring in episodes, providing cordial sound bites, hiding the harsher realities from the public eye. Not anymore. Not after what they'd witnessed, not after what they'd experienced. The courtroom was full. Kody and Logan walked in first, rigid and stone. Cold, their attorneys flanked them like a shield. Christine and Janelle followed close behind, composed, but there was something charged about the way they stood, as if they knew the tide was shifting. And then came the thing that everyone least expected. A soft knock on the witness door. It creaked open, and in walked Garrison. He wasn't the kind of reality television son. No smile for the camera, no designer suit. Just a plain button-up, rolled sleeves, the look of a man who waited too long to be heard. The judge banged the room to order, and then the lawyer uttered the words that shifted the direction of the trial. The plaintiffs called Garrison Brown to the stand. You could hear Kody suck in air, Robin fidgeted. Garrison got down, took the oath, and stared directly ahead, not at his dad, not into the camera, but at the jury. He didn't start with rage, he started with memory. I was 13 when I began to realize things weren't as they appeared on camera, he said. We all played the roles, smiling, family dinners, cringe-worthy confessionals, but behind doors, it was different. Especially after Flagstaff, he chronicled it all. The phone calls that were not returned, the text messages read but left ignored, the holidays wondering whether his dad would make an appearance. He talked about the rules, the ones Kody adhered to like a military regimen with Janelle's children, but did not apply when it came to Robin's. They told us it was about safety, Garrison said. But safety wasn't the issue. It was about control, about favorites. Christine dabbed at a tear. Janelle cast her eyes downward, holding her breath. And then Garrison dropped the bomb that left the room speechless. We weren't children to him anymore. We were obstacles, inconveniences, and we weren't permitted to speak up until today. The room remained quiet well past Garrison's departure. You could sense the gravity of what he'd spoken rest in the wood of the benches, the grain of the floorboards, the oxygen of every last person who'd gazed upon the Brown family's photograph, evolving over the years like some intricately staged dance, but it was set to unravel. For next came Gabriel. He entered slowly, not with the tough brashness of one prepared to strike, but with the soft tiredness of one who had endured too many unsaid things. He didn't glance at Kody first. He glanced at the judge, then at the jury, and then, finally, at his mother Janelle, who nodded ever so slightly, the kind of nod that said, "It is all right now." The interrogation started simply. Mr. Brown, can you tell us the last time you felt like your dad noticed you? Gabriel's voice was low, measured. It was before COVID, he said. He'd call every once in a while, not much, but enough that I still thought that he was trying. That stopped when the protocols arrived. He ran through the now famous rules, the way Kody insisted on absolute compliance from him and Garrison, while quietly exempting Robin's family. We did everything we were told for months. We stayed isolated. We didn't leave the house. We did it because we believed he'd return, that if we behaved well enough, disciplined enough, he'd want to see us. His voice cracked a little. He didn't. There were gasps throughout the gallery. Kody had his arms crossed tightly, gazing at the ground. Logan blinked hard, holding a tissue she hadn't even used, and then Gabriel spoke to the jury about his birthday. I called him that morning. he said. Left a voicemail, told him I missed him. Told him it was my birthday. He stared directly at Kody now. He never called back, but later that night, my friend messaged me this picture online of him and Robin at a restaurant. No masks, no space, celebrating something. He paused. That is when I realized. It wasn't that he couldn't see us. It is that he didn't want to. Tears welled up in Janelle's eyes. Christine grasped her hand once more, and across the courtroom, Kody sat motionless. He wasn't losing the case alone.